Hello, this is Colonel Steve Akeley of the ABV Network, and you're watching one of our original videos that we've created for you. We're doing this each and every day. If you want to make sure that you never miss out on this original content, please hit the subscribe button down below. And also, if you'd like this video, it helps new people find our content, which is pretty important to us. And now, on to today's video.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming up here and talking on my behalf and kind of giving the sentiment of what it was like 26 years ago. I look around here and I see the Star Wars of the industry, many of which I've rubbed shoulders with at a time where I certainly didn't belong to. I look right at the first table, Chris, Fred, we did the dinner together probably 1999, 2000. This is when nobody did bourbon dinners. Avalon, Marchtown Road, called us up and said, would you all do a bourbon dinner? So the three of us. I think collectively we might have got a room which had about 60 people in there. Chris, you got up first and spoke eloquently as always, in detail about what goes into making a quality bourbon like Woodford Reserve. I got up and baffled my way through the speech, didn't really know what to talk about. Fred, you got up and told some stories that brought the house down. And I quickly learned that I need to take the knowledge and the best of both worlds and bring that out. So really what I've tried to do for the past 50 years, 26 years, it feels like 50, which is kind of be the Pied Piper of bourbon. And it's really how I started in the industry, how my dad and I got involved in it. It was nothing but passion. We loved Kentucky. My dad, his brother, my uncle, were bourbon historians. I didn't even think about bourbon when I grew up. I just drank it, or I stole it from my father and his friends. It wasn't until I moved to 6 different places around the country, and there's one thing that was consistent: bourbon. Me telling people about the virtues of bourbon and trying to get them to drink bourbon. Back in the day, nobody wanted to drink bourbon. If they were drinking whiskey at all, it was single malt scotch. Bourbon was the redheaded stepchild of the industry. Julian Van Winkle and I went to the first Whiskey Fest up in New York. I think it was 1989, maybe 1990. Everyone there was there for the Scotch whiskey. It was Julian and I were kind of stuck in a corner. We didn't have many people come to visit us, so we decided on the spot while we were there, we would put a deal together. You can buy 5 cases of Pappy Van Winkle, you get a case of Jefferson's Reserve in charge. 5 cases of Jefferson's Reserve, and you get a case of Pappy Van Winkle in charge. Couldn't give it away. The only people that were coming by to see us were the Hasidic Jews in New York. And literally, that community saved Jefferson's Reserve from going under. They embraced us. I sold more bottles in the Hasidic sections of Williamsburg than I did throughout Kentucky or anywhere else in the place. It was a very unique and different time. But it was perseverance. Many people said, why didn't you give up on it? The first 10 years, as it was mentioned, we couldn't give her. But it was for my love of Kentucky and bourbon that I wanted to tell people about how great it was. And after tasting Scotch whiskey, I thought we had such a better product. About the same time, my dad jumped on a plane. It was a Delta flight. In the in-flight magazine, he saw an ad by a single barrel Bushnell's Irish whiskey. This was in 1993. He, 4 friends, put $1,000 each. They took a trip over to Ireland. They got to kiss the barrel, play some golf, and in the year 2000, that barrel would be insured. And they would go ahead and bottle it up as a 21-year-old Scotch Irish whiskey. It was at that point that I decided, one, you'll pay the equivalent of $13.50 a bottle. Now, when they're bottling it up, it's worth $250 a bottle. That's good margin and good business. But better than that, if you can buy a barrel from Ireland, why can't we buy it from our friends here in Kentucky? And so we started doing that. Many of the barrels that we were purchasing were just from these great guys here in Kentucky who made tremendous whiskey. Andrea was kind enough to sell me some of the barrels that Cobby was just talking about with that 18-year-old whiskey. They helped put us on the map. We were able to be out in the market as really the first people outside of the traditional bourbon families here in Kentucky. I think we were the first newcomers since Prohibition. I knew we couldn't compete with those guys, economies of scale, they were making great whiskey, and really kind of the first non-producer distillers, we could take what they had done and put more time, money, and effort into it to hopefully enhance it. So that was back in 1997. 26 years later, we have over 30 different expressions of Jefferson's bourbon, including barrels that we put on Ocean. We just launched the product. We're going to finish the barrels for the last 18 months in Singapore. So we've taken this great product that was birthed and raised here in Kentucky, and we're taking it around the world to hopefully enhance it. But not only enhance it, but also introduce the world to what better bourbons are all about. The rest of the world outside the United States reminds me where that bourbon market was for the United States 15 to 20 years ago. Back before the bourbon renaissance, back when we couldn't sell it. And I think we've got so much opportunity. South America, Asia, Europe really haven't found what better bourbons are all about as of yet. But they're about to. They're about to go to the Whiskey Fest now, and the Scotch companies are sitting in the corner. Those are the redheaded stepchildren of the whiskey industry now, and I think we're going to be able to take it there. The people that I've met in the last 26 years have made this such a special experience, a special road, this wild ride that I could not even imagine. I think one common theme that everybody that's gotten up here has said is how damn lucky are we to be in the bourbon industry. And what I've loved more than anything over the last 26 years, when I used to go, and I've been to 50 states, I've been in every city over 500,000 people in the United States, 40 different countries. When I used to tell people I was from Kentucky, they would go, oh, internally. They didn't know how to react. Today, it's hell yeah. My brother just got back from there. I want to go on the bourbon trail. We've got plans to go. I went on it 5 years ago. It has totally changed the perception of Kentucky and Kentuckians. And to be part of that, I'm immensely proud. It's been one hell of a ride. I've worked with so many incredible people along the way, but nothing has been like sharing this experience with my dad. Something that we had a passion about 26 years ago. It's something that we traveled the world together. We've been to Bob Guccioni's penthouse mansion together in, about that way I'll be able to share this with my dad has been an experience that I could only have dreamt. And for all of you, I certainly appreciate the experience and the opportunity to be right here amongst